Good morning, I am Yergali Ramazanulu, and the center of today's coverage is, of course, the relationship between Astana and Nairobi, trade, partnership, alliances, and everything in between. Right now, we can see the motorcade of the president of Kenya that is heading to the palace. William Ruto arrived in the capital of Kazakhstan yesterday. He's here for a state visit, his first, which means that we can expect important discussions on the highest level and signing of important documents. But the partnership, of course, is not new. Diplomatic relations between Kazakhstan and Kenya were established back in 1993, and in recent years both countries have shown growing interest in expanding cooperation, particularly in trade, logistics, agriculture, and investment. William Ruto has officially arrived at the Palace of Independence. Now he's headed inside. Well, today, Kazakhstan views Kenya as one of its key partners in East Africa and an important gateway to the African continent, while Kenya also sees Kazakhstan as a potential partner in Central Asian markets. One of the promising areas of cooperation is transport connectivity, including the possible use of the port of Mombasa to strengthen trade routes between Africa and Central Asia. In recent years, the two countries have intensified diplomatic contacts, launched a joint working group on trade and investment, and increased dialogue between government institutions and businesses. And just last week, Kazakhstan and Kenya held high-level talks focused on expanding bilateral cooperation in Nairobi. Again, particular attention was given to strengthening economic ties, expanding transit and transport connectivity, including the potential use on the port of Mombasa, as well as cooperation in agriculture. As we just saw, President Ruto has arrived at the Palace of Independence with his wife, and he is expected to be personally welcomed by his Kazakh counterpart in just a few seconds. Right now, as you can see, Kassym-Jomart Tokayev is introducing members of the Cabinet of Ministers of Kazakhstan, as well as heads of major companies. Actually, the presidents first met back in 2023 on the sidelines of the United Nations General Assembly in New York. At the time, Kassym-Jomart Tokayev and William Ruto discussed all the prominent directions in which our countries could collaborate. The head of our state actually invited his Kenyan counterpart to visit our country, and this visit is happening right now. William Ruto is also presenting members of the Kenyan delegation. And in just a few moments, the leaders will proceed to the podium and the orchestra will perform the national anthems of Kenya and the Republic of Kazakhstan. this marks the beginning of the state visit of the President of Kenya to Kazakhstan. Now, the official welcoming ceremony is coming to an end, which means that Kassym-Jomart Tokayev and William Ruto will now proceed to having the talks in narrow and expanded formats. Kenyan President's visit to Kazakhstan is expected to mark an important step in strengthening the relations between the two countries. More on the outcomes of the state visit of the President of Kenya, William Ruto, this Saturday at 1 a.m. on New Time. Follow our social media pages for additional coverage and more stories, and stay with Silkway TV channel. That's all I have for you now. Goodbye.